Hey everybody, it's your girl Tara Michelle. Welcome to or welcome back to my channel Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Today we're going to be discussing my top 10 favorite Orange Blossom fragrances in my collection. And I say that with a grain of salt because I literally love this note. I just love it. Some people think it pulls super like soapy, clean, fresh. Some people think it is very smooth and rich. Take it for what you want. Orange Blossom is beautiful and it smells different depending on what it's paired with. But for the most part, if you know what Orange Blossom smells like, you can pick it out in a perfume. And for me, I think this is going to make a very great conversation piece in the comments because I can't wait to talk to you guys about your favorite Orange Blossom fragrances. There are a ton out there, so I'm almost willing to bet that not many of us will have the same ones, and that's okay. We can get enlightened about a few things. So let's jump right into the video. First up, from the House of Dua, we have an inspired by fragrance. This is called Her Ambition, and it is inspired by BDK Parfum's Pas Cesor. This is a beautiful orange fragrance. The mandarin orange in this, the quince in this, the ginger, and the orange blossom. There's a lot. There's some jasmine in here. There's some amberwood. There's some patchouli. But listen, this is so beautiful. It's like a really pretty, soft, and creamy orange fragrance. The orange blossom in this is like butter. It's just smooth moving through this fragrance. I absolutely love this. Her Ambition is one of my favorite Dua fragrances. So yeah, when it comes to orange blossom, I love this. Next up, we have another one from the House of Dua. This one is an original blend. So this is their own creation. This is called Milady. There is so much in this fragrance, but the orange blossom gives me life. This has ylang ylang, it has orange blossom, it has pear and neroli. There's some toffee in here, some Madagascar vanilla, some cacao, some rose. It just goes on and on and on because Dua really loves their notes, but they do it so well. This is a beautiful, sparkling, fizzy, effervescent orange blossom fragrance. And the violet in here, man, if you love violet, and this is not the powdery violet, this is like the petals, the inner mid part of the real violet flower. Listen, almost as if they were beginning to start to candy the violet, you know, but not yet. Like they were just about to sweeten it up. Listen, Milady, this next fragrance was all the rage in 2019 and 2020. So of course I purchased it. I smelled it, I liked it, I put it on the shelf, I forgot about it. Now I can appreciate orange blossom more. And some of the other notes that used to deter me, I'm actually okay with now. We're talking about none other than Armani Code Cashmere. This is a favorite fall fragrance for so many people in the YouTube community. This is an absolutely stunning fragrance. I should have been wearing this. I'm going to make a very conscious effort this fall not to forget about this or let it fall by the wayside again because I really do enjoy this. Now, 2 years ago, I wasn't that heavy into orange blossom or some of the other notes in here. Actually, I hated some of the other notes in here, but I've grown to appreciate this on another level. So you're going to have that orange blossom in the top. It is very loud. It is a very true and realistic interpretation of what you would more than likely smell if you were standing in front of the tree. Now, of course, orange blossom is a part of the bitter orange tree. So it's bitter in this. It almost pulls like neroli. But it's so stunning. I absolutely love it. It's paired with jasmine sambac. There's some iris. There's some heliotrope. There's also some almond milk. This is such a beautiful feminine fragrance, but it is a very complex fragrance without making me tired though. Like there are some complex fragrances that just have me going, you know, this is too much. Like I just don't even want to deal with this because it's too much. This is complex, but in the most easy breezy way, if that makes any sense. So you also have, you know, in the late mid and in the base, leather, incense, suede, and patchouli. Don't let that deter you, ladies. This is a very beautiful feminine fragrance. Now, there are some men who wear this, but y'all know I'm feminine. If this pulled masculine, I would not still have it. So again, if you want a very loud and realistic interpretation of Orange Blossom, try Armani Code Cashmere. Next up, we have another simplistic yet complex fragrance. This comes from the house of Sylvain Delacourt. I've talked about them many times. I love this house. It is a niche or indie brand and it's expensive. However, this is called Osiris. Love the name, love the perfume. There's a lot going on here with this Orange Blossom, but the Orange Blossom brings life to this. You definitely wouldn't have the same fragrance if you removed it or replaced it with another floral. The honey in this, the benzoin, the gaiac wood, all of that is just yummy. You have sesame, you have clary sage. I think you have pink pepper in this as well. The Orange Blossom is still the star. And the clementine. Clementine opens it up. I mean, it's just, oh, orange, 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 orange. But I love that clary sage in here. And the sesame doesn't bother me because it's not normally something I look for, and I hate sesame seeds in real life. But this is just a very beautiful fragrance. I don't own anything else in my collection that smells like this. This next fragrance is talked about for its lipstick notes more than anything else. However, in the mid and in the dry down, there is such a beautiful Orange Blossom note in this. So I had to put it on this list. This is Replicas Lipstick On. Now, in the opening, as I just sprayed this, you get that lipstick type of vibe. That iris is really, really strong with the powderiness, the heliotrope, the galbanum. There is neroli and bergamot in the opening too, but that heliotrope, baby, it's not playing, and neither is that iris. Then in the mid, you get that Orange Blossom that starts to come alive, and there's also tonka bean, there's bourbon vanilla, and then it ends with some patchouli. This is really pretty to me, and it's crazy to me because it dries down on me and smells like cherry. It smells like a candied cherry. I can't figure it out. Cherry is nowhere near the notes, and the base of bourbon vanilla, tonka bean, and patchouli also should not, for all intents and purposes, be pulling as cherry, but I really, that's why I purchased this for the dry down. The opening is cool, but I'm not, I don't, 80s makeup, no, but it's okay. And I know what it's going to turn into. And the powderiness of the iris is everything. So again, in the mid and in the dry down are where you're going to experience the Orange Blossom the most. So don't let the opening scare you. If you really hate the smell of 80s lipstick or makeup, don't do this. Don't do this. But if you can wait it out and get past that, you will find a beautiful, dreamy, like creamy Orange Blossom in this. You cannot have a top Orange Blossom list and not have this perfume on it unless you absolutely hate this perfume for other reasons. And I can understand that because I hated it for years. I'm talking about that classic, that regal, that elegant, that sophisticated, and also kind of sexy mama, Coco Mademoiselle. So it took me a minute, y'all, but I jumped on the train earlier this year. I still cannot believe that I like this fragrance. I mean, I really do, though. It's a spicy orange fragrance. So if you want your mandarin orange, your Turkish rose, your patchouli fix, I think there's some ylang ylang in here too. Of course, Orange Blossom being the reason we're here, folks. But it's a spicy orange fragrance. I love this. She is so pretty. Again, this is the kind of elegant and sophisticated fragrance that I wear to the grocery store, though. I don't care. I feel like you can wear Coco anywhere. So I'm going to get some use out of this as well. But dude, the Orange Blossom in this is everything. Seriously, I'm just happy that I like this now. I feel like I had been missing out on something, and my palette wasn't sophisticated enough yet. But I have grown, y'all. I left my 30s with y'all and turned 40, and so now we just got to do grown women things. This next fragrance is one of the sexiest fragrances I purchased in 2020. It was a love at first sniff. It has an array of different notes. You have Orange Blossom, of course, ginger flower, pomegranate. I think there's some pink pepper, some datura, some dulce de leche, some tonka bean, some Haitian vetiver, and some patchouli. And you get, even with the vetiver and the patchouli, you get the ultimate feminine, sexy, sensual, deep, dark fragrance. This is Wanted Girl by Azzaro. I think this is supposed to be like a grenade. So this is where you're going to spray it, and then this is the spray in the front. But I love this fragrance. This is so sexy date night. This is everything. The orange blossom in this is much smoother. It's not bitter. It's not neroli like. This is just a vibrant, smooth, energetic orange blossom that just gives life to the rest of the things that it's mixed with. So again, that is Azzaro Wanted Girl. This next fragrance is so stunningly beautiful. I used to think that it was harsh. When I first purchased it, it did come across really harsh to me compared to the other flankers, but it's quickly becoming a favorite of mine. This is Vie Est Belle L'eclat. Talking about orange blossom. This whole range, I think, uses orange blossom in all, or if not all, most of these flankers. They do orange blossom fantastically, I have to say. It is so smooth, so rich, but so alive, and it comes across candied in this. I think it's got something to do with that iris. I love the sandalwood usage in here as well. There is so many citruses in here. The bergamot, I think there's mandarin orange as well. Just come alive at the top of this. This orange blossom is one of my favorites. The way that they use orange blossom in that La Vie Est Belle line is just exquisite. I think that's one of the reasons we all love it so much. And the use of patchouli in this one is, you know, the patchouli is a little stronger in the original, if you ask me. This one is just, man, yo, it's just, my goodness, this is absolutely beautiful. And I think there's iris in here too, because it's so powdery. I'm pretty sure there is. L'eclat, if you have any of the other ones, or you like the other ones and you're looking to change it up a little bit, I would suggest you go for this one. I love this bottle. It's the bottle with the little ridges in it, almost like those old school glasses. Yeah, this is so pretty. Very beautiful, smooth, rich and creamy, bright and energetic orange blossom. This next fragrance is super new to my collection. I mean, I just recently purchased this like within the last couple of months. However, it is quickly a favorite of mine when we're talking about orange blossom. The orange blossom is so beautifully paired with bitter orange and ginger. There's something about that trifecta that I really, really love. There's also almond milk in here. Tuberose, cannot forget the tuberose because it's very present. I just love this new Lantra de Millesime. Yo, guys, there's a lot going on in here. There are a lot of notes in here, but the ones I just told you about are the ones that I get right off the bat. This smells so fantastic. I love this. I also love the eau de parfum, but this one edges it out a little bit for me. I fell in love with the orange blossom. It's louder, it's more potent, it's more prominent, whereas the tuberose for me takes a back seat to it. Now it's still there, still prevalent, but I think the tuberose stands out more to me than the others. And that's just my nose. You can't go wrong with bitter orange and ginger and orange blossom. It's not possible. So for me, this is my favorite from the line, followed by the eau de parfum. And what's the other one? I know I don't like the EDT, but there's another one. The intense version. Don't have it yet, but I'm thinking about getting it. Anyway, this is a beautiful, creamy, rich, bright, again, energetic use of orange blossom. This next fragrance is beloved because of its honey and cherry combination. What do you guys think I'm talking about? You are correct. Scandal by Night. So this one also has that beautiful combo of bitter orange and orange blossom in there with the pear and the honey and the cherry, blah, blah, blah. I used to hate cherry. And when this came out, I was just so angry that people liked it more than the original. Why? Why would they make me angry? It was because I was a stan of the original. That's why I was losing my mind. But I really have grown to love this. And loan to grub it. That's what I was about to say. Ridiculous. Grown to love it. The orange blossom in it is really, really pretty. And I think paired with the bitter orange and the honey and the cherry, this is just a really beautiful fragrance. It's commonly used for date nights, but I think that you could also wear this to a company dinner or a Christmas party. This is definitely a fall winter fragrance in my opinion. That's also when I reach for the original as well. But again, the use of orange blossom, just very, very pretty, surrounded by lots of sweet things and also that bitter orange. I would love it if this had a heavy dose of ginger in it too. I would like to see what that would do. But again, this is Scandal by Night by Jean Paul Gaultier. This next fragrance has some gorgeous notes in it. This fragrance is also, I think, the most beautiful display of orange blossom in my collection. So I saved it for last. There's a lot going on here, and it's also an aldehydic perfume, which means it has aldehydes in it, which scares some people off. But the use of the orange blossom and the ginger get me every single time. There's also jasmine sambac in here. I believe there's cashmere woods, vanilla, whipped cream. This is Classique Essence de Parfum. It's just beautiful. It's so beautiful. This is also one of those elegant, classy fragrances that I think you wear to business dinners or, you know, to an award night or something like that. It's just, you just need to be doing something important when you wear this. This is so freaking good. This is perfect to me. There's nothing bad about this fragrance. The projection, the sillage, the scent bubble that it surrounds you in, the scent trail, the longevity, the fragrance itself, the juice itself. This is amazing. Jean Paul Gaultier killed it with this. You know, I love him for La Belle, and I love him for this for two totally different reasons, but also for the same reason, for just coming up with brilliance in a bottle. To me, this is just, guys, I can't say enough about this. I really feel like I'm cheating you guys because I didn't do a top 20. However, I don't know if everybody loves orange blossom the way that I do. So I'm going to stick with this top 11 since I couldn't choose between those two doers. We ended up with a top 11. I hope you guys don't mind. I hope you enjoyed the video. Of course, if you are a lover of orange blossom, I want to hear all about your favorites in the comments. If you own any of these and like them or love them, I want to know that too. If you're new to orange blossom, did any of these intrigue you? Do the notes sound like something you think would be right up your alley? I'm super excited to talk to you guys about this note. If you have not already subscribed to my channel, please do join the Terra Squad. We love to have you here. Please click that like button, guys. Even those of you who are already part of the family, please, please, please remember to click the like button and also select that notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. Let's talk in the comments. Let's talk all things orange blossom in the comments. And until then,